I had a very interesting communication with a highly reliable source in China. This person has connections to someone in DJI's marketing department, and they've just leaked the specs of not only the Pocket 3, but the Pocket Pro. And they sent me this marketing render of the two cameras. They're being released starting at the end of April, first the Pocket 3 and later in the year the Pocket Pro. According to the leaked details, the most notable new feature of the Pocket 3 is a radical new type of gimbal that does away with the traditional 3-motor design and instead uses this ball and socket type system that reduces the number of moving parts and shrinks the whole system down dramatically. It was a bit hard for me to make full sense of how this works, as I had to use Google Translate, but it seems that this part still rotates the same way the Pocket 2 did, so you can flip from forward-facing to selfie mode, but for all other axes of movement, the camera unit, which on the patent is called a floating spherical capture device, can move in any direction like an eyeball floating inside this fluid-filled outer glass sphere, which is just absolutely mind-blowing. The patent mentions that this is achieved by use of a microdiphasium solenoid and 2 magnetic encabulators. Another significant change is the addition of a touch sensor, which controls pan and tilt, and is also a clickable 4-way pad for navigating the menu. There's a record button on the front, and on the right side there's another button and a small switch that locks the camera in place to protect it in the event of a drop. This part is pivoted on each side and rotates down like a visor to protect the front glass from scratches when not in use. And the whole device is now 25% smaller and 15% lighter than the Pocket 2. As for specs, it has an f1.6 lens with an ultra-wide field of view of 110 degrees, which can be reduced to the same 80-degree FOV of the Pocket 1 without losing quality or compromising depth of field because it oversamples its 4K footage from a 5.7K sensor. The maximum resolution is 5.7K 30 or 4K 120. They claim a 120-minute battery life, but I'll believe that when I see it. The battery is cobalt-free lithium iron oxalate instead of the lithium polymer from before. It charges twice as fast now having full FD support, but unfortunately it's still not removable. It's IP57 rated for dust and water and can be submerged down to 6 inches. It can take 64 megapixel stills, and when used on a tripod it can capture 120 megapixel 360 degree HDR photos by taking a series of shots and stitching them together in camera. It has built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and it can connect natively to DJI's wireless microphone. So that's all the info I have on the Pocket 3. Then we have the Pocket Pro. This is a modular system that comes with a larger gimbal module, but we don't have a picture of that yet, unfortunately. The one shown here is an 8K video module that uses a new type of electronic stabilization, giving up to 35 degrees of tilt in either direction and 40 degrees on the roll axis. There's also going to be a thermal camera module and a 4K twin lens stereoscopic module for 3D. The 8K module has interchangeable lenses, and at launch there's going to be 3 lenses available. No word on what focal lengths those are going to be though. The max resolution is 8K 60 and it does 6K 120 or 4K 240 slow motion. It has 10-bit color on board or 12-bit color when outputting to an external recorder. There's a removable battery which you can see at the bottom and a claimed battery life of 2 hours. The price for the Pocket 3 will be $529 and there's no mention of a price for the Pocket Pro yet, but I'm guessing upwards of $1,200 to $1,400. Apart from the non-removable battery in the Pocket 3, the only other disappointing thing is the fact that this entire video is just one big April Fool. There is no leak. I made the image myself and none of this is real. I'm really sorry. But how amazing would it be if the Pocket 3 really was like that? The floating spherical capture device? How do I get these ideas? It's like a gift, you know? It's like I can't control it. The first person to get that reference gets their comment pinned for a week. If you got a laugh out of this, I always appreciate a thumbs up. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.